Good morning. Back with the Fox News alert. Just do it. President Trump turning up the pressure on Capitol Hill, calling for Senate Judiciary Chair Lindsey Graham to make President Obama testify.
But the senator not sold on this idea. So should the former president be questioned under oath? Joining us now with her take on this, former DOJ official Francie Hakes. Francie, what do you think?
Morning, guys. Well, this is an interesting question. I mean, I think we all want to know exactly what happened during the Obama administration. It looks like there was corruption, misconduct, and maybe even crimes in the conduct of the Russia investigation and in the conduct of the Flynn prosecution. But whether or not President Obama were to testify is an interesting question. I think we'd like to hear from him. But I think first, as a prosecutor, I want to build the case. I want to know exactly what everyone else was doing. He's not the one who's tapping people's wires. He's not the one who's reviewing transcripts. He may be directing people. We don't know. But what we do know is certainly it's his minions, if you will, who are the people that are going forth and getting all this information. And so what we want to know from them is, what did they do? Why did they do it? And who directed them?
Right. Well, here's what Lindsey Graham has to say on this. Quote, "No president is above the law. Both presidents are welcome to come before the committee and share their concerns. It would make for great television. However, I have great doubts about whether it would be wise for the country." Does he have a point?
Well, he may have a political point. I think legally speaking, President Obama can be subpoenaed. He's no longer subject to any of the same constitutional issues that might arise trying to subpoena a sitting president, although I think there may very well be a constitutional issue there, regardless of whether the president is sitting or not. But in this case, I think President Obama won't be subpoenaed. I don't think Lindsey Graham will do it, and I don't think President Obama would agree to come. I think they would fight a subpoena. I think what's more likely is the committee would send President Obama questions based upon all the other testimony that they get, and then based upon his answers, make a decision as to what to do. That's what I would do if it was me.
Is this too political? I mean, this seems like it's gotten very political.
Well, it is political. That's the problem. I mean, all the people that are howling for Flynn's blood right now in the case are the same people who want us to empty the jails of criminals. And all the people who don't want Obama to testify are the same people who wanted Trump hauled in before Mueller's committee and hauled in before the Senate. So you're right that it's very political. And I just think that as a country, what message are we sending other countries if we're trying to haul duly elected presidents before co-equal branches of government? I'm troubled by that.
Let's take a look at a number of things here. Let's start with this. An Obama tweet seemingly in response. This was posted yesterday, and it simply says, vote. That's interesting. Let's take a look at some Obama officials named in the Flynn unmasking. That includes the former Vice President Joe Biden, James Comey, former CIA Director John Brennan, former DNI James Clapper, and former UN Ambassador Samantha Power. You can see there Dennis McDonough also on that list. Let's take a listen to what a couple of them have to say.
To try to besmirch the reputations of a lot of people within the Obama administration who were carrying out their responsibilities.
What do you think of all that?
Well, it is very troubling to me and potentially criminal that you had people inside the Obama administration, especially the political appointees like Dennis McDonough, who are unmasking Flynn's identity. The most critical point to me is when it happened, and the fact that it happened starting on Election Day and moving forward and long before he had a phone call with Russian Ambassador Kislyak. What was the collection there? What was the tool being used? Why were they unmasking an opposition party's incoming national security advisor? That looks nakedly political, very partisan, and it looks corrupt and really troubling. I'd like to know what the Democrats would think if the same thing had happened to an incoming Hillary Clinton national security advisor by an outgoing Republican administration. They would be howling mad.
And then sending it all to the media as well, so it blows up into a huge story. Francie, thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.